All right, music fans and everybody else, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking about weird stuff, weird medical stuff that happens every so often, and it catches my attention. Doing it in real time, I guess, for real people, just like you and me. It is a Sunday afternoon where I am, and I've been grooving because that's what you're supposed to do on a Sunday afternoon. Kind of a slow news day in the world of music. I've been listening to Josh Baldwin's Made for More. You want to hear some great songwriting? Check out the new song by Josh Baldwin. I really like it a lot. This story caught my attention. Gonna do a little screen sharing here. So this gentleman here, his name is Reggae Omar or Reggae. I'm gonna go with or it could be Rajay Omar. Could be. I don't know. If you're from the UK, you probably know who this gentleman is. There he is there. UK news presenter Mr. Omar is recovering at home this weekend after becoming unwell on air during Friday evening's bulletin. Viewers of ITV News took to social media to express their concern after Omar appeared to struggle with reading the auto cue and made a brief farewell at the end of the program. After some critics pointed out it was clear Omar was suffering and should have been replaced in the anchor seat, ITV News released a statement from the presenter saying, "I would like to thank everyone for their kindness and good wishes, especially all the medical staff, all my wonderful colleagues at ITV News, and our viewers who expressed concern. At the time, I was determined to finish presenting the program. I am grateful for all the support I've been given." Okay, what's missing so far from this story? What's missing? Um, anyway, I'm going to continue, and then I'll just answer my rhetorical question soon. An ITV News spokesperson said, "We appreciate viewers of last night's news at 10 were concerned about Omar's well-being. They're concerned. Following medical treatment at the hospital, he is now recovering at home with his family." Okay, what kind of medical treatment did he have at the hospital? This is kind of weird, right? "We are wishing Reggae a speedy recovery and look forward to him being back on screen when he feels ready." Omar, who is 56, is a regular anchor for the flagship news program, is also the broadcaster's international affairs editor, and presents the current affairs show on assignment from around the world. He previously worked as a foreign correspondent for the BBC, where he became a familiar face on British screens during the Second Gulf War in 2003. His live reports from rooftops while missiles flew overhead earned him the nickname the Scud Stud. Talk about glorifying war, huh? And minimizing what's actually happening. "We'll make a star out of this guy. We'll call him the Scud Stud." So no word on what caused this to happen to the Scud Stud. Again, what's missing from the story is, number one, what kind of unwellness did he have? Just curious. It's just weird to me. It's this, and in the context of what we've been through the last 2 or 3 years, right? You would think somebody would ask a question or make a statement, something a little more concrete. This is the news, right? And you're supposed to tell folks like what's happening, what's going on in the news, but you're not going to tell why your news anchor here is struggling and why he's unwell. And it's just bizarre. He became unwell, and then he went to the hospital for treatment. Well, that's good. It's good that he got the treatment. It says he will be back when he's feeling up to it. He's the regular anchor. People were concerned about his well-being. Um, but nobody is really concerned about why this is happening to Mr. Omar. And this has been what I've noticed for the last, again, 2 or 3 years. And I've made it a point to attempt to tie it to something else that started 2 or 3 years ago. And of course, people laugh and they say I'm a conspiracy theorist and there's no data to support any of this and there's no way to prove anything. And, you know, in essence, people are right. And why should I be so concerned? And this gentleman needs privacy. And who cares what's happening, whether it's to this guy or to somebody else? Who cares, right? Doesn't matter. We all get unwell. We're all suddenly unable to read things. That's never happened to me, by the way. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen to me, but it is kind of a weird and odd occurrence. And if, you know, I didn't know any better, which I don't, obviously I don't know any better. I would guess that there's something else at work here. And all I've been saying the last couple of years is, wouldn't it be interesting if we started to investigate these things that keep happening to people? And I'm not saying it didn't happen before 2022 or 2021. I'm not saying it didn't ever happen. It probably did. But I wonder, you know, what would be a good thing to do? Look at the statistics prior to 2021, compare them to what has gone on after, and then do like an A/B comparison, and that would be worthy of, you know, investigative journalism. And who knows, maybe we could find out why this is happening, and then maybe whatever is causing this to happen, we can stop. And I'm curious as to what kind of treatment Mr. Omar had, which they don't mention. Did they give him an aspirin? I mean, what did they do for him at the hospital? I'm thinking it was probably more than just, you know, over-the-counter medication. But again, what's really frustrating, I guess, is that we're not allowed to ask questions, or we can ask the questions, but it just goes out into the void. I'm sending the question out. There it goes. It just disappeared into deep space. Your question will never be answered because there are people who don't want those questions answered, because people might freak out and then realize that they might realize, I don't know, some people might realize that they're being lied to on a daily basis. So that's the slow news day material here. Obviously, we hope that this guy makes a complete recovery, and him being in the news business, you think he might tell his audience what happened to him and what caused his problem, because then we can all move on. That's what I like to say. You know, if somebody wants to step forward and say, yeah, this is what's causing this stuff, and we shouldn't do what we were doing ever again, or maybe we need to do something to mitigate the problem, to stop it. I don't know. There's got to be a solution out there, but it seems as though we're just omitting and avoiding. So again, exciting video here, folks. I'm sorry. Again, it's a slow news day. Check out that song by Josh Baldwin. I know this is weak, but I've been listening to it this afternoon. It's just something I've been listening to. It's one song. It's called Made for More. And I think it'll kind of lift your spirits up a little bit in this dark world that we're living through. God bless everyone. And also, don't forget to pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care whose side you're on. I don't care what team you belong to. It doesn't matter. When it comes to war, I would say pray for peace. Don't pray for more war. Don't pray for the annihilation of anybody, because that sounds evil to me. And hopefully it sounds evil to a few other people out there. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.